I want to finish this quilt fast. Join me after some fast basting to see some fast quilting too. And stay all the way to the end and see my outtake. Hey guys, welcome back to Frances Quilts. Several weeks ago on my blog, I presented 2 banners that I had made for a church that I had attended. When the church moved and the banners weren't needed anymore, they offered them back to me. So I had 2 of these. You can see that it's just a very simple strip piece design with some very easy borders on them, and it just has an upholstery fabric on the back of it. There was never any quilting or anything like that added. So they were returned to me. They've sat in my closet for a number of years, and I really wanted to use them for something. So I asked, what should I do with them? I had even considered cutting out each one of those squares and doing something with those strip piece blocks. But when I presented it on the blog, several people said, just make it into a quilt. The size that it is, it's kind of a funky size, doesn't matter. Turn it into a quilt and give it away. So that is exactly what I'm doing. As you saw in the intro, it's now basted and ready to go. But the trick here is that I want to quilt it quickly. I have one afternoon to work on it, and my goal is to have it completely finished, including binding, before I leave the studio. So I thought you might like to see the process of just some very simple quilting that I did. At the end, I used a new ruler. Unfortunately, I didn't get that part filmed, but I'll tell you more about that ruler later. But let's just go and watch. So as I started out thinking about how I was going to quilt it, I was thinking about doing a big, basically flower in the middle with a very small center, and then having 3 petals coming out into each of the squares. I was going to go around that center each time, making a circle in there. I'm thinking that this will be pretty fast to do and will make a very nice, easy quilting design. I eventually decided that that circle might be a little bit harder to do, so instead I decided to just put lines in there and do it that way. That'll be easier. So now I'm ready to start quilting the first of these flower designs. I used my ruler to go to the center of this piece, and then now I am just quilting along here. I apologize for the quality of this video. I thought I had it set properly, but obviously not. But you can still see what's happening here. So I'm just quilting that first big arc. I found it easier to follow along the side edge when I was doing the next one. Remember, this second one is almost a triangle shape. It really is not just an easy arc. I just wanted to really fill in as much as I could. And this is at normal speed, so you can see it's going fast, it's quilting fast, and I'm very pleased with it. So now I followed back over to another side, and I'm ready to go again. And this is sped up quite a bit. I wish I could quilt that fast. Back over. Take my ruler back to the center of that sashing intersection, and then follow it up to the next one, and here we go again. And then one last one to do here. Again, I just found each set of 4 blocks and quilted them in this mock flower. And now I was back to straight lines again. When I got to this border, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do there. I wanted to do something simple, but I also was interested in trying something new. So I had recently purchased a series of 3 rulers from Natalia Bonner called sway rulers, and I have the 3-inch, 4-inch, and 5-inch. And so since this was a 5-inch border, I started thinking, could I play with the 5-inch ruler and make something work? And so this was the border that I was actually able to figure out. I really like how that looks. When I came to the corner, I was thinking, now how am I going to tie this around so it turns the corner? And then I finally got the idea that I could draw 4 registration marks in the corner, make my circle using that ruler, add those little arcs, and then it was just a matter of taking the other design and having it fit into that circle. Now I'm going to give more information about these rulers in the next few weeks as I play with them more and learn more about them, but I thought you might be interested in just seeing that little bit. It was a great way to finish up the quilt. Well, it's all finished and in one afternoon, so that's a good thing. I'm pleased with how it looks. I'm pleased with the quilting that was done on it, and I'm more pleased to know the person that it's going to be given to. She's just moved into an apartment. She needs some things for her new home, and so this will be something that can add some color and warmth to her new home. Remember, if those sway rulers looked interesting to you, you might want to check out my ruler course, Keeping It Straight, 8 Ways to Use a Straight Edge Ruler. It'll really get you started with that ruler quilting. So as always, I thank you so much for joining me here, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Frances Quilts. Here's one of them. You can see it was just a very simple... Remember, if you like what you've seen, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please check out my website and daily blog at francesquilts.com, and I can be found on Facebook and Instagram at Frances Quilts. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope to see you again soon.